Hello BookTube, it's Ben here from the History Fellow channel. I hope you're all having a great day. I hope it's sunshiny with you because someone seems to have pinched my sunshine. It's been absolutely teeming down with rains for a good 3 or 4 hours so far this morning. But anyway, I hope you're all doing well and welcome to this video. I'm going to do a book haul today. Because I've had a couple of book deliveries, one at the weekend and one's just turned up this morning. So I've got about 8 or 9 books I think to show you, so let's get going. Right, the first one is The Rebel Suffragette, and that's by Beverly Adams, and it's about the life of Edith Rigby, one of the very first characters. Brings into focus the suffragette cause from the point of view of Edith Rigby, who is not widely known despite her full involvement in the fight for votes for women. The book is aimed at bringing the northern cause of the suffragettes to the reader, highlighting that this was a nationwide movement and not just a London-based movement. Edith was a unique character. She was controversial and really challenged society's views on women. This is written by a local author who has utilised local resources. So that sounds quite interesting. It's published by Pen and Sword Books. I really like women's history and about the suffragettes. It's really good. Right, next up, this one's by Pen and Sword Books, and this is Charles II's favourite mistress, Pretty Witty Nell Gwyn, written by Sarah Beth Watkins. And as I said, I think that's published by Pen and Sword Books. Was Nell really born in London in 1650? How did she come to be the mistress of a king? Was she really the whore many have made her out to be? And what happened to her after Charles II's death? So that should be interesting. See if we can delve behind the details on that one. In the next book we take a darker turn. This is Mr. Crippen, Cora and the Body in the Basement by Matthew Conian, and that's published by Pen and Sword Books. If you know your history, then this is quite a notorious case. It's actually a while since I read about the case, but this says on the back, the first account of the Crippen saga to make full use of the new DNA evidence that was transformed the case. Written with the assistance of the scientist who completed the tests, as well as experts in law, toxicology and mortuary science. Contains the results of much brand new research. Includes new evidence that radically alters our understanding of one of the key suspects. Sums up and considers all possible explanations of the mystery, explaining why the original guilty verdict can no longer be supported. It is quite interesting because if my poor memory serves me right, this was about a doctor and his wife, and they buried a woman in their basement, and then I think there was also something to do with a child as well. So I might actually do a book review video on that, so keep an eye out for that. I always like a bit of true crime drama. Then next we've got a bit of a different one, Sex and Sexuality in Ancient Rome by L.J. Trafford. And this is published by Pen and Sword Books. Now I asked to review this one because I thought, well, I might as well, because I've reviewed quite a few of the other ones. I've got a Sex and Sexuality in Stuart Britain, Georgian Britain, the Victorian Age, and I think there's also another bizarre one about vampires. But it's not all, the books aren't like all smutty or full of innuendo. It's often about life and different aspects of sex in that particular society. If I look at the contents here, you've got chapter headings. You've got language, controlling desire, ideals, the virtuous man, the chaste woman, neither male nor female, how to be sexy, finding love, getting down to business, sexual problems and solutions, love hurts, or when or when love goes wrong, managing affairs of the heart, religion and magic, adultery, homosexuality, undesirable partners, sexual imagery, and the sex life of empires, or emperors, sorry. So it might be an intriguing read. Right, next one is Castles of England, written by John Paul Davies, or Davis. Well, coming from Wales, where I think we have about 550 castles or fort dotted around the country, this should be good. Everyone thinks that when they think of England, most people think of like old buildings and castles and kings and queens. So I think it's kind of like a reference guide to all the major castles around England. And I'm particularly looking forward to this one because next year I'm planning to move to my wife and I and the children. Well, obviously I have to take the children. And we're planning on moving up to Yorkshire. So there's a chapter here for Yorkshire, and it's got 13 castles. So I'm going to read about them, and it'll be great to read about them, and then when we get up there we can go around and visit them all. So that's Castles of England by John Paul Davis, and that's published by Pen and Sword Books. The next one is Royal Mysteries, the Medieval Period, and that's by Timothy Benning and published by Pen and Sword Books. And on the back it says, Royal murder mysteries never fail to intrigue readers and TV viewers. Based on latest historical research and authentic sources, historiography, archaeology and DNA evidence, wonderful stories full of human pathos, tragedy, heroism and romance. Basis for literature including Shakespeare's tragedies. Academic historical analysis, but for general readers and specialists, including skeptics. Comprehensive coverage from the 11th to the 15th centuries from William Rufus. And then in brackets it says, accident or murder to princes in the Tower. So that looks intriguing, that one. Right, before I go on, if you kindly give me, if you're enjoying this book haul video, give us a thumbs up for the video, and if you've got any comments, please leave comments below this video, and make sure you subscribe to the channel. Okay, we've got 4 left. This is The Great Thorpe railway disaster of 1874. Heroes, Victims and Survivors. And this is written by Crippen, and I presume, like the title says on the tin, it's about the Great Thorpe Railway disaster. So from the pictures it looks quite devastating. So should be an interesting read, that one. That's published by Pen and Sword Books. Right, this one I'm quite looking forward to. It's called Usurpers, a new look at medieval kings. Written by Michelle Muracle and published by Pen and Sword Books. War, betrayal, rebellion, abduction, treason and murder. This isn't a fictional tale a la Game of Thrones, it's the absolute true story of real life events in England during the dramatic and chaotic Middle Ages. From the Norman conquest in 1066 to the epic Battle of Bosworth in 1485, England saw no less than 6 usurper kings, men who deposed the reigning kings and unlawfully seized the throne for themselves, including William the Conqueror, Stephen of Blois, or Blue, Henry Bolingbroke, Edward IV, Richard III, Henry Tudor. The reader might be surprised to know that not all these kings were really usurpers, at least not in this author's opinion. So that looks like another intriguing book. There we go, it's the Usurpers. Right, the next book is a bit different. Quite a heavy book. This is The Art of Longsword Fighting. Teaching the foundations of Teaching the foundations of Sigmund Ringek's style. Benjamin J. Smith. That's The Art of Longsword Fighting. And that's published by Frontline Books. So I'll have to get myself a sword and do some fighting with my boys. I like a bit of a sword fight. And then the last book I've got is from Ambley Publishing. And this is England in the Age of Dickens, 1812 to 1870, and that's written by Jeremy Black, an author I quite like, someone who I remember reading books by when I was at university about 20 years ago. So I'm really looking forward to this one. And I don't know if you noticed, but I'm known as a bit of a World War II person, and none of those books have anything to do with World War II. So I'm going to have a bit of different reading in the next month, but I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the books I've revealed in this book haul. As I said, give the video a like if you enjoyed it. If you've got any questions or if you've read any of the books, please feel free to leave a comment down below. And don't forget, if you haven't subscribed yet already to the channel, please do so. I've got lots of videos lined up this week and coming up in the next couple of weeks as well. So thank you very much for watching, and I shall see you next time. Thank you.